Hi everybody, I'm gonna make for you my cheese sauce today. So, excuse my kitchen, it's kind of a mess, I'm food prepping. So in here I have potatoes, carrots, I had some frozen onions and peppers, and I put them all in a pot and boiled them with some of this garden veggie bouillon cubes. This is Edward & Sons. It's also good with the Nooch chicken, vegetarian chicken, or it's not, no chicken. Okay, so I've got this in here. I didn't get all of it in there like I wanted to. Now I've got my cashews. Oh, excuse me, I lost my spoon. Okay, let me get a spoon. All right, so I've got my cashews. I buy whole raw cashews. I put them in hot water and I let them sit at least 30 minutes. These have been sitting probably about a couple hours, or you can put them in cold water overnight in your fridge, or just lukewarm water. There's about a little less than a half a cup here. I was gonna make a big batch of cheese sauce. Bear with me. I'm not good at editing, so you get what you get with me. Okay, this is the secret ingredient that all plant-based folks usually have, and this is called nutritional yeast, and in the vegan community you'll often hear it called Nooch. Let me get mine. Okay, I have 1/3 of a cup here. You need 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of Nooch, so a little less than that, so I'm gonna do about 1/4. I had to order more today. I go through this stuff like crazy. It's really good for making like vegan cheesy eggs. I've got some Trader Joe's onion salt. You could use onion powder. I've got some garlic salt, which I'm not gonna use since we used onion salt. I'm gonna use some garlic powder. Ooh, yikes. That's probably about a teaspoon and a half. I've got some smoked paprika, optional. If you want to make more of like a mac and cheese or a broccoli cheese, you could add some dry mustard or even mustard from your fridge. If you want to what I do is I just make kind of a plain one, and then when I get ready, if I want to do like a Mexican dish, I add cumin to it or chili powder, and so I add some lemon juice. This takes kind of the nutty flavor away. Lemon juice is great for reducing the taste of greens when you're making smoothies, like if you're going to use kale or spinach. It's also great for reducing the kind of nutty flavor that you'll have with cashews. All right, since I told y'all I'm not good at editing, you're gonna have to bear with me on the noise. I'm gonna add a little bit more carrots to this. I did not like the potato cheese sauces when I started this at all, but I've learned the trick is to use a little bit of the cashews, just go sparingly. Now this stuff thickens up a lot when it's in the fridge, so much so that I usually have to soak my blender. This is just a NutriBullet or Ninja, yeah. And you could use like a Vitamix, but if you don't want to spend that kind of money, the NutriBullet works just great for this. Okay, it's kind of stuck, so. I make this about once a week. It needs a little bit more liquid. My husband is always like, I cannot believe how you make this stuff taste like cheese. I'm like, I know, right? Okay. Yes, I just use my fingers. That's so good. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Okay, I'm using the broth because it's got flavoring in it. You know, it's got the broth in it. It's got the flavors. And bring out the flavors. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic salt because garlic salt is fire. I don't limit my salt because I don't eat processed foods. And I worked in cardiac and diabetes and cancer care rehab for 6.5 years. And I learned through that and all my personal study that most salt that we get in our diet is not added at the table. That's only about 4%. It's added in the processed foods. So when I cook, yes, sometimes I add some salt, some garlic salt. But if you're staying away from processed and canned foods, you're probably doing good on your salt unless you have incredibly high blood pressure. The one thing about salt that is kind of a negative is it makes things more palatable and you tend to eat more. But as long as you're eating a lot of calorie dilute foods, you probably don't need to worry about it. Okay, here we go again. Okay, I got to get my behindy on the road. I'm about to go work out with my mama. But I am gonna eat this little light lunch before I go. Okay. Here I have rice and beans. They're seasoned with cumin, smoked paprika, and lime juice, and some sauteed onions that I did in water, and some steamed broccoli. And I'm gonna put this on the broccoli, not on the beans. Okay. I also steamed some potatoes this morning. There you have it. Delicious cheese sauce. You might wanna heat that up a little bit. There you go. Hope this has been helpful. Bye-bye.